local government elections are won by ruling parties and supervised by governors. Some local government chairmen do not even understand the mandates and the functions of the office they occupy because they were handpicked by some governors. Would any local government chairman really have the effrontery to deprive his governor of this fund?
Well, just like I said earlier before that, if the anti-graft agency are on board, your name as the local government has been registered that you are the local government chairman. So if 200 million naira, 300 million naira is allocated to your local government this month, you must be able to account for it. And I must tell you, if they are legitimately elected and with the function of the, with the local government autonomy, definitely the local government chairman must have passed the budget of his or her local government in a year. So there is no how the anti-graft agency will not be on board to monitor the expenses of the local government, the expenditure of the local government. And there is no how if the local government, the governor wants to, want to use his power on the local government. And that's why you see most governors now, the predecessor and the successor, they always fight, mainly because of maybe financial issues. So the sitting chairman will not want his or her name to be tarnished or to be in the bad book of the EFCC or the ICPC. So definitely he or she will not stand to dance to the tune of the governor that even installed him. And the governor will not be able to remove him until the expiration of his tenure. So, and there is no immunity for local government chairman. If the local government chairman is not performing, the entire citizen of that local government will definitely fight him out. So right. That's the benefit of the local government autonomy.
Internal control. Prince, you're saying with internal and external control mechanisms, accountability should not be a problem.
At all, it won't be a problem at all. In as much that the anti-graft agency, we have a competent man at the EFCC headquarters now, so I know that each local government is supposed to have an EFCC office. And with this local government autonomy, it's going to create job for a lot of people, at least, even if I can't say anything, I know that of anti-graft agency, they should be able to recruit a lot of people so that the local government, the 774 local governments will be at alert. At least they will be, that something is happening and they have to be afraid of the anti-graft agency. The ICPC and the EFCC should recruit a lot of Nigerians to be at the local government level.
All right. So Senator Sunday Karimi, that's an APC senator from Kogi West, who's also the chairman of the Senate Services Committee, has stated that the National Assembly plans to shift the responsibility of managing elections at the local council level from state electoral bodies to the Independent National Electoral Commission, that's INEC, in the near future. For you, is this what we need to ensure transparency and credibility of local government elections?
Exactly, you have said it all. And firstly, I must give thanks and accolade to the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, and the former Senate President, Senator Ahmed Lawan. They really tried to make sure that this local government autonomy we are talking about come to reality during the 9th Assembly. I can remember vividly in 2022, the former Speaker, right now the Chief of Staff of the President, and the the former Senate President, they do all they could to make sure that this local government autonomy came to pass. But I think, let me say it categorically, that the governors frustrated it because it was on the newspaper, it was on the, they try to lobby the governors because there's no how they can, perfected the local government autonomy without the input of the governors, the 36 governors and the FCT and the Federal Capital Territory. So there's no how they can do. At least 2/3 of the governors must assent to it. I think that's why they look at it that it's difficult from the parliamentary level. That's why the judiciary take it up, and which is commendable. So Senator Karimi has said it all, and that's the best thing, and I believe it will work out. So if the INEC is conducting election I think there will be clear transparency, you know, in the sense that even competent people, permanent secretary, directors of agency will just, maybe after their retirement, they will just love to even contest for local government election, because they will know that there will be credibility of the election, and the local government autonomy will help them to at least to actualize their aims and objectives. Because right now, there is no reasonable person, at least you cannot see somebody that is very competent or maybe that is of high rank saying that he or she wants to, you know, go for caretaker position. But the local government autonomy now will enable even retired permanent secretary to go out there to contest for local government elections. So when the INEC starts to conduct the election, there will be credibility, because as a governor in a particular party, he may not even have up to 2/3 of the local government chairman if the INEC is conducting the election. So, and by doing so,
but
you discovered.
Wouldn't that be too much responsibility on INEC? Because, I mean, I put forward my earlier question because just today, APC Rivers Caretaker Committee Chairman was on camera confessing to single-handedly writing Rivers LG polls result in his own office when he was Rotimi Amechi's chief of staff. And in this same Rivers, one of the legal caretaker committee chairmen is boasting that the revenue of council from the federal allocation would come to him despite this verdict. So how do we address all of this? I mean, yes, at the moment, there is an ongoing conversation about why INEC should take charge of LG elections. But sadly, this is happening at a time there are also calls to unbundle INEC. So if SIAC is to stay, like some others are saying, what mechanisms must we now put in place to ensure credible elections?
Yeah, at least everybody should know now that the INEC has an offices across the states. In each state, there are INEC offices there. So I don't think, and in every election, either the State House of Assembly election, the governorship, the House of Reps and Senator, and the presidential election, the INEC at the state level from the federal government are also taking part. And all the SIEC, either OSIEC, different state electoral commissions, will be happy, their staffs will be happy to even join the INEC, because even most of them are still battling with non-payment of salary. So there won't be any too much load, because there is division of labor right from time. So if the state's electoral commission join the INEC, I think there will be division of labor. So there won't be any distance. So the presidential election can come first with the National Assembly election. The governorship election and the House of Assembly election may follow. Then the third election is supposed to be the local government election and the councillorship election. So by doing that, there will be transparency. There will be, everything will be in order. And you will see the set of people that will contest for that election. Some people that don't even get the ticket for House of Reps or Senator may even decided that let me get the ticket for local government chairman, because even the local governments are handling even more than the House of Reps or even the Senator, because on a monthly basis there is no senator that can boost of 200 million allocation in a month. It's not possible. It's not possible. Even in their envelope, their budgets, their constituency projects in a year, it's not up to 1 billion naira. So, and there is no local government in this country.
Prince, that conversation is for the future. At the moment, we have SIEC. So I'm asking, what mechanisms must we now put in place to ensure credible elections? Because at the moment, some states are already putting in structures to conduct local government elections. So what mechanisms do we now put in place to ensure credible elections at the local governments?
Well, in as much that the INEC is not in charge now to conduct the local government election, it's still the state electoral commission that will still do that. But that does not stop the accountability of the local government. For instance, now in Taraba State, yesterday the governor of Taraba State inaugurated the committee for or local government autonomy, a steering committee. So I think all governors also need to emulate that and make sure that they queue and follow the same step by the governor of Taraba State. So if the local government, if the governors are conducting local government, that does not mean anything. What matters most is the autonomy. Immediately, even if even if the governor install their stooge, their sons and daughters, it's not an issue. What matters most is that they should allow the local government chairman to, present the budget on a yearly basis. Okay, this year we are going to spend 5 billion naira. Okay, how are we going to spend? At least each department in the local government should have their plans, should have their budget. So the local government citizens, we have the details, just like we have it in Nigeria, we have it in the state. So we have it. So if you impute a project for a particular ward in a local government and you fail to execute it, the anti-graft agency and the citizens of that local government will definitely ask questions. So the local government chairman, no matter how close they are with the governors, you discover that there will be either misunderstanding between the local government chairman and the governor, or maybe the governor of the state will comply with the autonomy being given to the local government.
All right. So do you think we need a model economic framework to enable a functioning local government system that can create wealth and not just take from the center?
Well, there's no how you fix somebody will be elected without plans for his or her local government. And you can see presently now, you discover that there are many local government chairmen that are even more competent than many governors. But because they are handicapped, you discover that there is nothing can work under them. And there is no how you have somebody that are controlled by a governor, giving directive, giving them peanuts from the state's account, and you think maybe such person will be able to be active in the local government. So it's not possible. But with the local government autonomy, every local government chairman will have reasonable things to do with their allocation on a monthly basis and in every year.
And of course, accountability is key. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Prince Oyelude Oladele, former chairman, National Assembly Progressives and Legislative Aids, is also the Director General, Tinubu Shetima Ambassadors. Thank you so much for coming on Politics Tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for watching, everyone. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at midnight. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG and at Olajumoke using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Oladele.